Woza Moya is in the Zulu language, come the Holy Spirit, come the Holy Spirit. So Woza Moya in Zulu is the coming of the Spirit. And in perhaps one of the most complicated environments, this miracle has flowered over there. And I'd like to tell you about the moment I went to Woza Moya for the first time, which was last year in February. Hadn't been back to Africa for 14 years, and it was a journey that I actually thought I'd never make again. So it was really great to be going back home. So it was not an uncomplicated decision to go. I said to my doctor, you know, I'm going back to Africa, and I'm going into this valley where there's endemic, untreatable tuberculosis, where if you get this tuberculosis, there's nothing they can do. What should I do? And he said, well, can you not go? No. So I went to Woza Moya, and I can't say that my heart was a still forest pool. But I went over there and I opened the gate, and all these children just came rushing towards me, and there was this moment when my mind sort of shifted, and I thought untreatable tuberculosis and all sorts of bugs that my body's never been in contact with. And then it was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to say no, you know, get away? And it was like in that moment, this little kid, and you'll meet him, he's in the pictures. He's the one with the snot running down his nose. He's got a t-shirt on that says whatever on it. I see him at the end of the, he like jumped into my arms, and so there he is, snot all over the place, coughing, sneezing, in my face, like hugging me. I think, you know, with the white beard he thought it was Father Christmas or something, you know. And in a moment my life changed forever. It was like I realized that, you know, for the rest of this life I would do anything to serve these children. Absolutely anything. And so it was an enormous gift. It kind of gave a direction in a way that was fuller and deeper and broader than anything that had happened before. So in the year 2000, in South Africa, in Chabini village and the Fafa Valley, a whole generation was dying. And these Zulu women came together with Sue Hedden, who wrote the letter that I wrote, and they decided they were going to have a community response to the situation. So these four women, Tendi, Benedicta, Jane, and Sue, the three Zulu women themselves are all living with AIDS. Now you must realize in Africa, this is something that is infinitely more complicated. I mean, it's complicated here. But over there, at that time, it was virtually non-existent that people were out about their status. They put on t-shirts, bright red t-shirts that said positive on it. And these women just moved into the valley. They said, we are living with AIDS and we're here to protect the children. We are here to do whatever we can to serve those who are dying. This is a valley where 78% of the people who are tested are positive. 78%. 49% of the women, pregnant women, are positive. It's a valley of 85% unemployment and huge illiteracy. And this is the context into which these women moved. And so last year, when I came back from South Africa, many of you here were there, had a kind of a report back. It's like, he made it back. And I spoke about it, and there was just this incredible thing that happened. Just this outpouring of affection and love and heart for Woza Moya. And over the course of last year, we birthed a miracle. We put 47 kids in school who otherwise would not have been able to go to school. We fed 5 families for the year because the poverty there is off the charts. You know, one of the jobs that Benedicta does is she runs one program where they are supporting families to grow their own vegetable gardens. They call them door-sized vegetable gardens, and they provide seedlings and stuff, and the kids are involved. They also have a chicken program where they give chickens to families, but they have to take care of them and they monitor them. Also goats for milk, and so they're really trying to help people be self-sustaining because there's such famine there, you know. So we came back and there was this incredible outpouring. We had a yard sale. We called it the planet's largest, what was it? The planet's largest yard sale, estate sale. Mayumi blessed us as we opened it. Scott, who's not here but said he was coming, we had his great big plantation home with 2 wraparound porches, which were filled, chock-a-block with stuff, eh? Everything, truckloads of stuff came from around the island, and we raised about $5,000 and sent it over, and over the course of the year, we actually raised the funds to build this orphan center, which they thought they were never going to have. And when I got there, they were just beginning to dig the foundations, but it was raining so much, and it's all dug by shovel, you know, it's no heavy equipment. And so, you know, they were digging, it would all collapse, and the digging would collapse, and they thought, oh, we're never going to see it. And then when it came back, the thing was up, the walls and the roof, you know. And so there's this unbelievable children's center that I got a call over from the retreat center. I was on a retreat. They asked me to come over because Clowns Without Borders, which is an international organization, had said that they decided they wanted to make it their sub-Saharan headquarters of Clowns Without Borders. And so now Clowns Without Borders is there. They have a program every afternoon teaching these children how to clown, how to tell their stories, have ownership of their stories, to move through the feelings, the sort of psychosocial world of their being through clowning, through juggling, and you'll see them, through supporting, helping each other. 16th of June, they had their first performance in the Play Therapy Center, and there were hundreds of people from Ufafa Valley that came up for the first kind of circus performance. And then in this last week, they've been planting grass around it. They planted it and it's been raining and the grass is growing. And they got, as Sue said in her letter, the grandmothers coming in to paint murals and the kids to paint murals. They've already decorated the whole of the inside of this Play Therapy Center. It has a huge, secure storeroom where they can put all the equipment so that at night it's completely empty. And then for whatever program they have, they can pull out their stuff. So in the morning, last week, Sue said they had 200 grandmothers bringing their grandchildren to enroll for the preschool. So they're going to have preschool in the morning with a meal for these kids. And then, you know, they do a lot of games and stuff, but they also, you know, games and things that address grieving, that address bereavement, address a sense of place and disconnection. Children who often never even knew their parents, you know. And then a lot of these kids are sick, you know, as you'll see in some of the pictures. So it's both a joy and a context in which these kids are so fundamentally helped. Because this is your home, this is your center of gravity. This is where it's safe, and